What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about why you and I are stuck in the dreaded bronze. So quick note, I started Overwatch last season, but just like all of you, I'm trying to improve my gameplay. Everything I'm about to share with you probably rings a bell, so without further ado, enjoy the video. We all think we deserve to get placed higher, yet somehow cannot climb the ranks. Blaming others for losing, silencing chats, and getting unlucky with smurfs, taking the fairness out of the match have all happened more times than we can count. But here are the well-known issues us bronze players fail to act on to truly see a change. Number 1. Lack of hero knowledge. I'm sure we've all seen what most, if not all, of the hero's skills and abilities are. However, we still fail to recognize their strengths and weaknesses and how to exploit them as a team. Take Soldier for instance. He's a very easy hero for beginners to adapt to, but isn't played effectively. Soldier is a straightforward FPS kind of hero with insane mobility, but that doesn't mean you should stray away from the team and try to pick a Ryan shielding a Bastion. This is just one of the many ways that we don't actually know what we can get away with. Bronze players fail to gauge the enemy's strengths and weaknesses to determine if it's a worthy engagement or not. And now we have number 2, inconsistency and lacking mechanical skills. Sure, bronze CPS players may not get punished so easily by other bronze players for terrible aim and taking too long to eliminate, but this surely won't bring you up the ranks. If you get lucky like I did and get placed in high silver originally, the inconsistent damage output will eventually pull you down to the dreaded bronze. We all have had good games and bad games, but if your McCree can't land any shots, then you're just dead weight and increasing your team's chances of losing. Now that brings me on to number 3, my favorite, blaming and toxicity. Yes, the most annoying yet entertaining part of playing with other bronze players. Don't get me wrong, my short time in silver and gold was full of throwers and know-it-alls too, but bronze is where all the butthurt players who have either given up since season 5 or new guys who are just plain terrible at the game that like to start arguments. Where's the DPS? Dude, just switch characters. Maybe I'd be able to kill more if the healers and tanks were actually doing their job. We've all heard a million times on group chat or the raging 12-year-old on voice chat. I admit it's extremely tempting to fall into this trap, especially when you're inches away from hitting silver. But toxicity isn't helping the team, just your ego. I would suggest trying words of encouragement or suggestions, and players will more likely cooperate or switch heroes if something's not working. Number 4. Situationally unaware. One of the biggest reasons why we can't escape bronze despite thinking otherwise is that we are actually more situationally unaware of the battlefield than we think we are. I'm not saying we need to be perfect because it's pretty obvious gameplay at silver, gold, and sometimes even platinum isn't drastically different. However, don't live under a rock. Don't be like me when my friend is telling me to stop feeding Sigma and I'm like, what do you mean? Next up, number 5, misuse of ultimates and skills. I can't tell you how many times I've seen others and myself rush to use our ultimates when we are the only ones left in the fight. Do we expect to take out the nano boosted Reinhardt and Winston using primal range by ourselves? That's almost as bad as a Rhine charging a mile away and hoping to land a kill. I've wasted Soldier's tactical visor on shields and no high ground or cover. What did I expect was going to happen? Or Baptiste's amp matrix and immortality field when one enemy was in the vicinity and would just dip out and regroup. Which brings me to number 6, target priority. Let's say you are good at aiming or healing accurately. Well, that doesn't do jack squat without using on the right enemies. I did gold damage, what did you do? Don't look at me, I had 20k heals and we still lost. Well, shooting a Roadhog that keeps getting healed is a waste of time. Or failing to heal low health allies in the Ring of Fire because you're only focused on one player. Instead, try taking out the Junkrat, Hanzo, or Widowmaker on the high ground if you're a soldier, or the Pharaoh reigning hell above, or the Mercy so then you can actually push as a team. I've fallen victim to just shooting constant DPS yet barely breaking shields or randomly shooting enemies. It's just not efficient. Speaking of being not efficient, number 7, knowing when to push or to fall back. Overwatch is a team game, yet bronze players, including myself, are simply too eager to attack and be the game changers while not having the support of their teammates. You're running into almost certain death just because you didn't feel like waiting 10 seconds for 5 players to spawn. Take the L and regroup. However, I've also noticed at other times where bronze players play too passively and the team doesn't seize an opportunity when it's right in front of them. Tanks have the job to create space, yet I'll see a Rhine move left and right, wasting shield, then pulling back when he's screwed. Not to say I haven't done that before though. Lastly, number 8, communication. This is the biggest issue that all bronze players, including myself, face. We can say otherwise, but it happens. Nobody takes bronze seriously, unfortunately, because most of us don't bother communicating. Nobody points out a direction to go in, to combine ultimates, or to call out the Reaper flanking. We as bronze players basically play a selfish free-for-all with barely any coordination, and that is why we are stuck. So with this all being said, now that Season 27 is here, I really hope we all realize these mistakes and actually try something new to our heroes to improve. Personally, I'm going to watch some streams and study gameplay to compare it to my own. You can also submit your gameplay to reviewers and learn your faults. I highly encourage you to give this a try if you're serious about getting out of bronze. Best of luck, my bronze brothers, and hope to hear good things from all of you.